Returning now to our top story, the outrage in the Muslim world over caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad. Any depictions of Muhammad are offensive to the faithful.
A Somali man has appeared in court in Denmark accused of attempting to kill a controversial cartoonist after breaking into his home. Kurt Westergaard's depiction of the Prophet Muhammad in 2005 sparked angry protests by Muslims across the world.
France on its highest alert this morning amid new terror threats. Al-Qaeda's North Africa branch, AQIM, Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, released a statement on a jihadist website overnight, reading in part, "As long as its lame media continues to undermine our Prophet Muhammad, France will expose itself to the worst and more."
The first issue of the satirical newspaper since the attack is now on newsstands. It shows the Prophet Muhammad holding a sign that says, "I am Charlie," and the words, "All is forgiven."
Pharaoh Daily. What's NBC's? What are we doing on this whole?
We don't display the cartoons as drawn in the magazine because they are deemed to be offensive.
They depict the Prophet Muhammad.
I think it is part of the story, so it's really hard to get around it. Yeah. Having said that, there are certain cartoons that are offensive, that have vulgar tinges to them, and I don't see the need to show those to anybody.
You've done it because you're afraid of retaliation and of intimidation. Now, I'd like to ask him and anyone else who agrees with him is watching, is that the relationship they want to have with the free press? Because if we have to use this stupid word offensive, those of us who believe in the Enlightenment and the Constitution and the First Amendment are very much offended by this mad, babyish conduct. But we don't go out and kidnap the nearest Muslim we can find and take him hostage till someone apologizes.
Fire erupting at the office of the French satirical magazine that we just told you about. Now, you might remember this was the target of an attack several years ago in response to the cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad.
And in the Netherlands, a radical Muslim acted on his beliefs, stunning his country by killing one of its most famous men.
I'm glad to hear you say it's only 1% of the Muslim world that takes this opinion. In that case, why are we treating the leaders of these lynch mobs and bullying gangs as if they were representative of your religion?
That's a very good question.
And why is it that we can't get condemnation so easily or at all when, for example, Shia mosques and funeral processions in Iraq are blown up by Muslim fascists? You're still claiming Muslims have a special right to be offended.
Absolutely
that is
not.
very offensive indeed.
Absolutely.
Here we have a threat on the First Amendment, and it can't be that you have liability if you exercise your First Amendment right. My feeling is unless this film is seen now more widely than it ever would have been seen before, which is the message that has to be sent to North Korea, this is the beginning, and it's going to continue with the...
I think you got to bring it back to the movie theaters. The First Amendment is one thing, but legal liability is something entirely different. Let's not forget back in 2012, that tragic shooting in Aurora, Colorado that left 12 dead. Just a few months ago, a federal judge indicated that the theater owners could be sued because they should have foreseen such an incident could have occurred. If you think that was foreseeable, believe me, this could have also, here with the interview, be entirely foreseeable. That's what I think has the theaters running scared.
And before I get to you, Kurt, you have some news to break as far as other theaters are concerned.
Now it's pretty much every major movie theater chain in the country, Brooke. If you go to see a movie, you might go to Regal, you might go to ArcLight, you might go to Cinemark. Well, all of them have decided to yank the interview from their theater screens next week. The only big major chain that I know of that I haven't confirmed yet is AMC. And the Wall Street Journal is reporting that one has also decided to remove the movie. It's just I don't have confirmation of that one yet. But basically, every big company that can decide whether this film is going to be in theaters has decided it won't be next week.